The return of my Coin Lady channel brings me much joy. Owners of XRP, this is going to shock you. Naturally, XRP is likely to do very well after Wells Fargo's announcement that they are investing heavily in the cryptocurrency markets. We will be discussing that. However, that's not all. In today's video, we'll be sharing some other incredible news with you. First, there have been some huge updates regarding the US dollar and international trade. Second, the US government is now beginning to implement some great solutions to ongoing problems, which will be great for XRP. Not only that, though. Here, we are discussing. I predict that XRP will reach unprecedented heights in 2025 because to the fact that other large banks are now considering jumping on the cryptocurrency adoption bandwagon. To find out more about the crucials, click the like button. Alright, let's jump into the video now that everyone has seen this. First, I'd like to address the topic of the US dollar's precipitous decline in value in light of the many recent changes in the global financial markets. The recent surge in the value of the Chinese yuan and gold can be attributed to these changes in the market. The restrictions imposed on Russia and China by the SWIFT banking system have been very beneficial to the BRICS, as we have discussed extensively in this channel. In essence, Russia was cut off from all international trade by the United States' quick financial system, which prompted Russia to create its own system, which is currently in operation. Also, in a turn of events that no one saw coming, Russia is beginning to accept cryptocurrencies as a decentralized means of accessing all global markets independent of any one organization. Yet another reason why XRP, a banker's coin, is so valuable, it can bridge the gap for these people. However, let's check the current situation out anyhow. Financial Times reports that cross-border transactions with the renminbi had reached a new record high for China. People are choosing to use RMB to commence worldwide transactions, which shows that the renminbi is gaining popular for cross-border transactions. After Russia and China both abandoned the dollar, 90% of their trade is now conducted in rubles or yuans. The US dollar is losing ground due to their inability to adjust, whereas the yuan and ruble are actually gaining ground relative to the dollar. The US government is seeing firsthand the problems that will arise from their stubbornness in abandoning the SWIFT banking system. The ideal SWIFT substitute, as we all know, is going to sow a little XRP seed in their brains and, who knows, maybe it will grow into something lovely later on. The United States of America is suffering as a result of its refusal to give up control of the markets, but I thought I'd show you what's going on. They're gradually coming to terms with the fact that it won't benefit them in the long run. Following the suspension of all US and Euro transactions, the Chinese currency has surpassed all others as the most actively traded foreign currency on Russia's Moscow Stock Exchange. Everything is really bonkers over there. Based on everything I've shown you so far, I also found Ripple's 2017 pattern to be rather intriguing, since it suggests that XRP might reach a price of $27 per coin. I can tell you that the XRP price will be affected by a variety of factors that are involved in this. I would like if we could stick to discussing the latest developments at Morgan Stanley and other large banks, such as Wells Fargo, which we will discuss in due course. However, the asset price movements and a technical indication suggest that Ripple may be about to break out shortly, and XRP may be aiming for a massive jump to $27 per coin. Now, there are those who believe that the US elections in November will mark the beginning of this breakout. Many regard the election of Donald Trump as a significant trigger for Bitcoin, and his victory could spark the bull run a bit sooner than anticipated. It will occur at a somewhat different moment, in my opinion. If XRP price gets anywhere near $27 per coin, you won't want to miss this breakout, so make sure you remain tuned for it. Worldwide acceptance and current events, among which there is a great deal. For example, NCR Atleos, a worldwide payments provider, is introducing a Bitcoin cash-out service that will be available at 30,000 automated teller machines, ATMs. I don't understand why this is a major issue. You may be asking why this is such a big deal, given that this particular ATM did not previously support cryptocurrencies. It's an NCR Atlas ATM provider that initially only accepted fiat currency. However, it is now integrating with Bitcoin, and it seems like a lot of other ATM suppliers are following suit. Just in case you were thinking this wouldn't affect prices significantly, you'd be wrong. While I'm out and about in the mall near my house, I've noticed that they have multiple Bitcoin ATMs. Plus, I can't tell you how many people pass this Bitcoin ATM and gaze at it, wondering what on earth it is. It is astounding that they then begin to look things up on their phone. Every day, thousands of people pass these ATMs on their way to and from work, and they see them and think, oh, Bitcoin is a real thing. They imagine that they, too, may borrow Bitcoin from these machines. Wow, that's truly insane. After witnessing it firsthand, kids become even more inquisitive. That is why there has been a dramatic increase in the number of people investing in Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies this year. However, what I've noticed is that many of these newcomers are starting with Bitcoin and then moving on to XRP. This is likely due to the fact that, after doing some research, they've come to the realization that this is a golden opportunity to buy cryptocurrency. Beyond Bitcoin, there are superior cryptocurrency projects. This banker's coin, XRP, is going to revolutionize how the world perceives cryptocurrency, so I can go ahead and buy some. And the number of individuals who are similar to you who I observed discussing this in my live streams is overwhelming. Plus, that sounds like a fantastic opportunity. This is a massive adoption curve, and the amount of ATM providers involved is enormous. Envision a world where all of the ATMs accept cryptocurrency as a form of payment. A future like that is not far off at all. Due to massive changes in customer demand and desires, this will occur within the next 5 years. This is, of course, quite thrilling, but now I must deliver the news that I am sure you have all been eagerly anticipating. Alright, starting in September, Wells Fargo's wealth advisors will aggressively sell Bitcoin ETFs to their clients. Listen, I want to be really clear, JP Morgan and Wells Fargo are already on the list, and a lot more institutions will be joining soon. Of all, Bitcoin exchange-traded funds are only the beginning, aren't they? Since we now know that Ethereum ETFs were greenlit, we may assume that pitches for these funds will soon begin, correct? Now consider this, if every single big US bank is jumping on this bandwagon, then their inability to disregard it is clearly demonstrated. Seriously, they're trying to sell you something that can eventually supplant them. That needs some consideration on your part. I mean, that's really bonkers, isn't it? If you ask me, Bitcoin is basically a decentralization of the banking system as we know it today. People can store their money in a method that is not tied to the US dollar. Yes, we are presenting this to the banks. Yeah, that's just insane. Additionally, you should take note of this as they begin to recommend Ethereum and ETFs to their consumers. If this keeps on, we'll end up like Wolf of Wall Street. I tell you the truth. As an example, I anticipate the presence of boiler rooms. These wealth advisors are making out like bandits off the back of these ETFs and collecting exorbitant commissions. The one thing I have to tell you is, yeah, you shouldn't. Avoid investing in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or XRP exchange-traded funds. It was an idiotic error on your part. Obtain sole custody. Own the asset outright. Seeing my video is an honor. Bye for now, and please subscribe and like my channel.